Well, hey, figuring out what to eat for the entire family every week can certainly be a lot to manage, and it can also be expensive, especially if you're always grabbing food on the go.
Yes, and with budgeting on a lot of folks' minds, the Food Hussy is sharing some tips about how to save on the essentials and is giving us some ideas about how to take the stress out of the meal prep at home.
I am Heather Johnson. I'm the Food Hussy, and I like to make a lot of copycat recipes on thefoodhussy.com. I have done the math of buying the groceries versus cooking or going out to eat, and you'll save like $40 or $50 by making that Cheesecake Factory recipe at home instead of going out. And so identifying those recipes, I have a ton from every restaurant you can think of, and just being able to say like, oh, I'm gonna make this at home instead of going out to eat, you're gonna save a ton of money right there. And then I've also got some little grocery shopping tips for you as well. Doing grocery pickup, no matter what store you go to, you're gonna save a ton of money because you're not making those last minute purchase decisions because you like, ooh, you know what? Some Doritos will be real good right about now. And so you're skipping all those things and you're just getting what you actually need. And you have to plan a little bit for what you're gonna make, but you're skipping all those last minute aisle decisions that your belly is making instead of your brain. And so you save so much money. Give the generic brands a try. I think a lot of people get worried about generic brands, but the Kroger brand or the Meijer brand, it's usually the same exact food. Buy in bulk and get a vacuum sealer. I'll buy the big giant package of chicken breasts. And that giant package of chicken breasts, sometimes you can get those for $2.99 a pound for chicken. If you buy a 1 pound package of chicken breasts, it's usually $8.99 a pound. So buying that big giant one, and then as soon as you get home, portion it out into bags. You can put them in freezer bags, but the vacuum sealer, I will say, like really gets that air out, and that vacuum sealed product stays fresher longer in your freezer, so you don't have to worry about freezer burn. And it only takes 5 minutes when you get home to pre-bag it out, and then throw them in the freezer, and then when you're making dinner, you just grab them. Back in the day, I was a couponer. You can find TikTokers for whatever store you go to, and they figure out all the deals for you. I just went on last week, and they look at all the deals. They look at all the Kroger coupons and the Kroger ads, and then they say, okay, go buy these things and use these digital coupons. So who has a chest freezer and they have no idea what's in the bottom of it? Whether it's on a whiteboard, in a spreadsheet, on a piece of paper, just make a note of everything that's in your freezer and everything that's in your pantry. Because the next time that you go and you're like, what are we gonna make for dinner? Or what am I gonna plan for dinner this week? You can be like, oh wait, I have that chicken down in the freezer. Let me get that out. Instead of going and buying more chicken when you already have some in the freezer. So another thing that you can do for meal planning is to have theme nights, because that way every week you know that Friday is pizza night or Tuesday is taco night. So if you do a sheet pan night, the nice thing is 1 week you can do chicken and dice up some vegetables and you put them, and some potatoes. You put them on the sheet pan and you roast them in the oven. And then the next week, if you want to do sheet pan night, you could do pork loin and do totally different vegetables, or you could do steak and do tomatoes and onions like you were going to do skewers. When you're on the go, just make a little snack bag. Keep some crackers with peanut butter, those are my favorite, or some granola bars, and keep them in the center console of your car, and maybe even a bottle of water or two, and that way you're gonna save yourself a trip to the drive-thrus or a trip to the gas station, because sometimes you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm so starving, there's Chick-fil-A. Just wait and cook when you get home and just have a few crackers and you'll be surprised, you'll be fine. So if you would like to find more of my copycat recipes, you can find them at thefoodhussy.com, or you can find me on pretty much all the social media at Food Hussy, and you can pick up my Copycat Chicken Dinners ebook also. It's like $5, and make all these delicious copycat recipes yourself at home.